There are soft, gentle, peaceful fish. And then there are absolute bullies. They nip, chase, take over, and wreak havoc if you don't know what you're doing. And while some look like absolute orcs raised by Saruman, others can slip through the bully radar, especially if you're new. All fish have their rightful place within the aquarium world, but today we'll be looking at 5 of the fish that beginners, fresh to the hobby, should completely avoid if they want to have an absolute banger of a tropical tank. Number 5. Silver shark or bala sharks. There's something in the male genome that activates at the word shark. Doesn't matter that silver sharks aren't sharks, say the word and you'll bring beginner boys to the yard. Silver sharks are the perfect example of why you should never judge a fish by their size at the aquarium store. They start out small, cute and sleek. The perfect gateway fish for someone who thinks I want something badass but also affordable. But don't be fooled by their juvenile size. Silver sharks grow fast and they grow huge. Within a couple of years, they can reach 35 centimeters long, and it's not just their size that's the problem. Silver sharks are social creatures and should be kept in groups of at least 6. And considering they each grow to a foot long, that means you're looking at a minimum tank size of around 400 liters. They're opportunistic feeders, meaning anything that fits in their mouth will become a snack. They're also known to be quite skittish and will launch themselves out of the tank on accident. All in all, silver sharks are better suited to large specialist tanks, not beginners trying to figure out the basics. Whilst they do scratch a childhood fantasy itch of owning an apex predator, they are monsters, and they're better reserved for those ready to commit to a monster tank. Number 4 on our bully meter, tiger barbs. Tiger barbs are the master of identity fraud in the aquarium world. They school beautifully, they explore the tank with purpose, and they blend in so well you'd swear that they were perfect for a community setup. But tiger barbs are known for one thing: opportunistic fin nipping. Tiger barbs are cardio machines. They chase relentlessly, circling tank mates with the same energy as a kid who's had 17 Red Bulls. This results in stressed, exhausted fish who end up with missing chunks of fins and dignity. Fin nipping opens the door to infections, stress, and eventual death if it gets bad enough. To make matters worse, tiger barbs become territorial as they age. Community tanks become divided into zones the barbs aggressively patrol and take their jobs way too seriously with. If you're looking for something similar, I'd recommend 5-banded barbs. They're way less aggressive, but they look and feel like a tiger barb, minus all their shady dealings. Number 3. Goldfish are the most misunderstood fish in the fish keeping hobby. Whilst they're the most recognised and well known, they're assumed to be the most easiest to keep, which is furthest from the truth. Goldfish have desirable colours and bold personalities, so it's easy to see why they've been the favourite for generations. But despite all this, goldfish aren't the easy beginner fish most people will have you believe. In fact, starting out with a goldfish as your first fish can lead to some serious issues, starting with their size. It's a myth that goldfish only grow to the size of their tank. Slimmer bodied goldfish like comets or sharbunkins can reach up to 30 centimeters long and should be allowed to grow to that length. If they don't, they're experiencing stunted growth due to being housed in too small of aquariums and should actually be rehomed into a pond. Goldfish are also messy eaters and poop a lot, resulting in harmful ammonia buildup. Strong filtration and regular maintenance is essential, which for beginners zaps the fun straight away. They're also cold water fish, so you can't add any exciting new tropical fish you may have planned for in the future. They completely rip up any plants, making a planted tank unachievable, and all in all, their constant upkeep, sheer size, and inability to thrive in a planted community tank makes them less desirable than one would first believe. On their own, they can be wonderful pets, but if you plan for a tank with a bit more moving pieces, this is not your guy. Number 2. A lot of people say they prefer personality over looks. But with Oscars, congratulations, you get both. But beginners need to be careful for what they wish for. Oscars are the equivalent of a wet puppy, which may sound good on paper, but underneath there's something a bit more sinister than their good looks and boisterous personality. Just like puppies, Oscars grow up, and although they aren't chewing on the couch, they will chew on any other fish smaller than them. What's worse is their sheer size means they poop a lot, causing a lot more need for frequent water changes. And to make things worse, you can't add plants to the tank to help suck up any of the extra waste. They will just destroy them. These guys aren't even herbivores, but they still get a kick out of digging up, uprooting, chewing, shredding, and spitting up all your plants, just like a dog stuck in the backyard. If you want a bully without the enormous tank size, go for a better fish. They're full of personality as well, but only require a 60-litre tank. They are aggressive with other larger fancy fish, but you can usually get away with adding a small school of tetras to the tank. Plus, they won't wreak havoc on your plants. Number 1. Cichlids. Cichlids are well known for their territorial and aggressive behaviours, but beginners buy them thinking that they're just big colourful fish. What they don't realise is that you either keep one cichlid or you keep a lot. There is no in-between. The in-between is where the murder happens. Their social structure relies heavily on hierarchy, territorial boundaries, and environmental complexity. These species can only be kept successfully either as a single fish or in a large group, where aggression is spread out. Keeping just 2 or 3 usually results in one fish being relentlessly bullied. The balance of harmony also depends on carefully constructed hardscape, with rocks, caves, and line-of-sight breaks, which is difficult for new hobbies to design correctly. Without this balance, cichlids will chase, injure, or kill weaker tank mates, and quickly dominate the aquarium. For beginners who want something a bit more colourful and interactive without the high aggression and territorial demands, Apistogramma species are a far better alternative. They offer similar personality and visual appeal while remaining much more manageable in community setups. These are the 5 fish I would not recommend for beginners. And at the end of the day, choosing the right fish is about knowing yourself as much as the species. If your lifestyle says, I want a peaceful little kingdom that basically runs itself, then do not summon creatures that require constant care, side missions, and emotional labour. Beginners get caught when they choose with their eyes rather than their reality, because wanting the dragon may cause some fire. Put your lifestyle above your fish fantasies and you'll be able to build a tropical planted realm that thrives instead of turning it into a complete battleground. If this has helped, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.